Y'all gotta slam me is what it is, right?
Huh?
I said now you gotta do mine.
Okay, I'll go first.
Okay.
Ready?
So yeah, we're all in. It's
We're
recorded.
ready.
Okay. Well, David, I like you. We presented earlier. You and I think our style. We do things a little bit similar. We write it and then we kind of try to get it in, but do the best that we can and try to have it as quality as possible. But we always go back and clean it up. So in your content, I think I said the same thing. You're knowing and you're doing. Did reflect that. Your rubric strength was great, developing and proficient. Your language was developing strong in some areas with research and descriptions. Your literature review with Bibliography was, it won't design and align with what I thought was mine, but that has nothing to do with my opinion. I guess I shouldn't have put that in there, but that's what I shouldn't have said. But we all have talked and realized that we are different. The checklist was adequate. The survey was adequate. Leadership definitely demonstrated in narrative form. Written in formless language, great sentence structure, acronyms identified, no spelling errors. My only little grammar check came up, one little thing, but to me, that's not an error. Information was in logical manner, organized in professional headings, presented, easy to locate. I didn't see any citation errors. Survey forms redone for professionalism. The only thing I didn't see was like we had talked about earlier, and I was not clear too, but that appendices things, and I just made that comment because I wasn't quite sure then what he was expecting from us either. But now that is a little bit more clear, I think we all know what that means then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I definitely need to go back and do that.
Yeah, that was the only thing I saw. Other than that, it was great.
Thank you.
You ready for me?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, your knowing again, influence doing. I honestly thought yours was pretty perfect, David. I looked at yours and I looked at mine and I was kind of like Marcel. I was like, what did I have going on? I thought yours was pretty perfect. Like I had to read it several times trying to find something, a weakness to say. Honestly, I thought it was great. If I'm being totally honest here,
Yeah.
I liked it. It was easy to read.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that, everything you said, it made sense. The references that you used, they were spot on. Really, I thought it was very well written. It almost sounded like an English teacher wrote it if I hadn't known any better.
Oh my goodness, it's
but-
rubbing off. She's rubbing off on us, David.
I know. I was like, look at David. I didn't need more. I didn't have to ask for more. Look at here. I was like, what is going on?
Right.
Oh, goodness. But no, all jokes to the side, it really was great. Like, I didn't have anything really negative to say or weakness. Let's see. What did I say here? The only thing that would have made it a little easier for me is if you mentioned the references by name as opposed to
That's what I was talking about. Yeah.
Just because for me, I like when I'm writing, I like to think about to the person that's going to read it at the State Department. What are they going to say? What are they going to think? And I would think that it would be easier for them to read if they didn't have to, scroll down and say, okay, what's this text? Because I'm the type of person, I need to know the title of the text. I need to, visualize, put it all together. So I think that would have been helpful if you reference the titles, reference the resources rather by name as opposed to just the author. But even that's like Marshall was saying, that's just a preference. It's not necessarily something that's, you gotta do or something that's so awful because you didn't do it. That's just my personal preference. So if you decide not to change it, I'm not offended at all because that's just my preference. Leadership, again, like I said, just like with hers, it was demonstrated obviously by your choice of your resources and the things for which you said. There was no grammatical issues that I picked up on. Absolutely none. It was logical. It was organized. It was professional. Your headings and your subheadings, they were clear, easy to locate. The only question I had about APA, and I know you all are the experts on APA. I tell anybody that because being an APA, I'll be honest, because I'm an MLA girl. Because that's, with me having an English degree and teaching English, we teach the kids, MLA. So APA has not been my You know, that's not been my jam. So this may be something that I'm incorrect on, but I thought that whenever you are referencing, or you're citing rather, a reference that has more than one author, like if it's 3 or more, I thought that you were supposed to give the first author his last name and then put that EN period AL thing. And then
ET.AL.
Yeah.
At all.
Thing? Okay.
Yeah,
That's what I did in my
the first name and ET.AL. And then
you're totally wrong, because I have to rely on the internet for my stuff. I wasn't trying, you know, like how you all used APA, you can do it in your sleep. So if that's not correct, don't charge it to my heart. But
No, I'll go back and look at it. I couldn't, when I was writing it, I couldn't remember, honestly. And I didn't want to lose what I had in my head, like what we were talking about before, Michelle. So I just kind of put down what I thought it was, and then I figured I'd go back and fix it. So,
yeah. If I'm not incorrect, I believe you can do 3. It's when you get to 4, 5, and 6, and 7.
So it's when you get to 4, 5, and 6, not 3. Okay. Okay. Like I said, that may be the case. I'm not the expert at all on APA. Y'all, when y'all say something, I totally go with it, because I don't.
But you know, the 2019 changes popped into the 6th edition. Yeah. Yeah. So I think we're correct. But you know what? I'll Google it when we get off to make sure. Yeah.
okay.
But overall, I think the APPTEL, I'm just going to say this, and I think this APPTEL was interesting. The one piece I added, which I felt like they left out new teachers. So I found me some articles that deal with novice teachers.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I said, you know, I want to see what research is saying about, and I put my little question mark in there. I said, what if he's going to tell me take that out? And I was wondering, was that too personal, you guys? I need your help with that. I said, am I making this personal in there by saying I? And I said I too, so I need to go back and change that, don't I?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
On my actual like write-up of yours, I did say your paper was formal, but be careful with the and not the candidate enjoyed. You know what I mean? Be careful with stuff like that, because it's borderline.
Okay, I think I didn't say I said the candidate question or something like you said. Yeah. Okay, so I should. Okay, I'll look at that.
I mean, I'm not saying take it out, but I maybe would reword it.
Okay.
So it didn't sound as personal, reflective. You know what I'm trying to say? Kind of like you were saying, David, before when we were talking about task 2. You know, saying something but kind of wording it in a different way.
Right.
I want to ask one more question. On your school profile, did you all add your references in that you had from your first paper in this reference page?
I did.
I actually forgot it and caught mine at the end. I just caught it, believe it or not, today. I says, oops.
I did.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, we can stop this out.